Good evening. Today is the 12th of June and here we are back at Heath shopping centre near Southampton for the bi-monthly Heath Classic Car Club event. It's a little bit less well attended than it would have been normally because this morning it was torrential rain, but tonight it is beautiful and there's some lovely cars here to film. As is usual, if I fall over, if I get things wrong, if there's wind noise, I'm afraid it's just the way that it goes on this channel. So we have this lovely 1965 Ford Mustang to start with. 66, thank you very much. 65 plate for some reason. Sometimes when you import cars to this country, that's what they do. It's very peculiar. I never understand that, but there we go. It's very nice. Is that a beige leather interior, viewers? I mean, if we struck gold on the very first car. I do like a nice beige leather interior, viewers. Also got this Mark IV Supra. Having recently driven a Mark III Supra, which is very nice, I would like to go in a Mark IV, and I've actually already been offered one for review, so I'm hoping it will happen quite soon. It won't be this one, I don't think. This one has been a little bit modified. The prices of Mark IV Supras now are insane. 40,000, 50,000 for these, sometimes. This one's a relatively early one, I think it's a 1993. There we go. Next we've got this BMW Z4. M Sport model, I think. I don't know what engine's in this. It's normally they say on the side the Z4. This one doesn't though. This is a 2006-7 on a 56. Are these classics now? Might be. That's very nice. And then we've got the NG. Yes, NG. We have actually seen this quite frequently. The information sheet here will tell us a bit more about it. There we go. It's a 1989. It's based on a Marina engine. Dolomite instruments. Absolutely crazy, kind of sort of bits of things together, which I don't even know why it carries that plate. Who knows? We like it though. And here's the mini pickup. What exactly do we say what we haven't said already? That actually here it is. Normally it has the back on it. That's different. Normally it has the back on it. It doesn't. This one is actually an 82. It's a very late one. They pretty much around sort of this time. So I've seen them on sort of Y plates, maybe on A plates as well. So it's quite late, but not the absolute latest. More mini action, a neon mini. This one I think is one of the last of the pre-cat cars, I think possibly. When Euro 1 came in 1993, they had to do something about it, and they fixed it by fitting fuel injection and also had it converted. It might be 93 actually. Can't remember now. I have been told, but I've forgotten, unfortunately. Another car from the same sort of era, also on a K plate, is this one. I don't actually know if this originally was a Cooper or not. You could get a Cooper about the same time, not 92, 93. Probably is. Yeah, and we've got a mini Sprite. This actually, to me, is more interesting because there are fewer of them. This one is on the Jersey plates. This one's also got a Panama hat in the back because that's what we do. A couple more modern ones as well. The previous generation, which I've forgotten the code for now, and also this R53 Mini Cooper S from 2004. I drove one of these a while ago. It was also red like this. It's a good fun actually. These with a little whining supercharger in them. Excellent. Next row. Here is the Magnum, which is a 6-cylinder one. The Japanese version essentially of the Galant. As far as I remember, this is quite powerful actually. This one. This is the VR4 model. It's a 1997. It's the kind of thing we quite like. It's also got LPG. At some point in my life, I should be having a go in this. I've asked about it, which would be good fun, I'm sure. Next, we've got a Porsche 924 with some very nice wheels. Those graphics just scream 1970s to 80s, don't they? I think that's Guards Red. I believe this is one with the Audi-derived engine. The S model came with the Porsche engine. Next, we've got this very nice Jaguar F-Type S. I really want to go on one of these at some point in my life, viewers. I would like to, very much. It's a shame they don't make these anymore, actually. Obviously Jaguar have decided to go a different path, but never mind. Not quite sure what year that is, maybe like 17, 18, something like that. Another car that I'm not exactly sure what year it is, probably around the same sort of time, is this Audi R8, which has some interesting bits on the side. I don't know if you can see that on the video, but the carbon fibre bits are sort of textured. I don't really know what year that is, to be honest with you. If you've got a modern supercar, I don't really know much about it. There's the engine sitting there in the back, very, very much gulping fuel in. And the 911, just before 964s came in, so this will be 1989, I think this will be. It's around the time they came in. The sort of big old bumpers on it. Next we've got this Triumph Roadster. I really should try having a look at a couple of episodes of that new Bergerac series, shouldn't I, viewers? I haven't got around to that yet. Obviously, they still use a Triumph Roadster in Bergerac, like I did in the 1980s. This one I'm not sure if it's 800 or 2000. You can see the little dicky seats in there, and that's how you get in. You step on the bumper to gain access to the car. I don't know particularly if I would really sort of want to do that in there. It would be a bit scary for me, but there we go. Something a bit less scary is this Daimler SP250 or Dart. That does look rather nice, actually, views. It looks, yeah, especially in this colour. Nice biscuit interior as well. Very pleasant here, actually, this evening. A pleasant temperature and very pleasant cars. Then we've got this car here. This is actually a Fisher Fury. It's a kit car. Now, the gentleman who owns this has actually offered me a go in this particular car. The thing is, I looked into it and I can't get insurance for this. But it's actually for sale. Yeah, I could. You want £7,500 for it? Is that good? I don't really know. Call 0776 302 486. As Mr. Bill from the Fuel Power Channel says, this could be yours. Yeah, it is apparently quite interesting to drive. Although I might not ever find out because I can't insurance for it. Porsche Cayman S, maybe we'll have a look at that in a little while. Let's have a look at this Ferrari California first, though, which is it's very nice. Actually, we've got a beige leather interior in here. Very nice view. It's not even cream; it's a beige leather interior. I do like a nice beige leather interior, viewers. I don't really know much about stuff like this, to be honest, but it does look quite nice. Right, move on to this. A Nazetta, built over in Brighton, I think these were. Be about 1960, something like that. An absolute utter terror. I don't think necessarily I would want to drive that. I think I'd be a little bit too scared. I'd also be probably a bit scared to drive this Cadillac Fleetwood, which is at virtually every event, despite taking up more than one parking space, because it doesn't actually fit in the parking space properly, because this parking space is very small. They're designed for things like that MG Midget there, not something like this. A little bit less big is this 1977 Ford Cortina, which I have driven. I drove this back in in January when Mr. Brisbane, who's the owner, actually used to own my Sunny as well. He used to have the Sunny. He bought it then, and yes, he's enjoying himself this evening. Hello, Mr. Brisbane. He also bought another Mark IV Cortina recently, and I think we will be having a go in it soon, because it is a very interesting Mark IV. This is good. That one, it's a bit unusual, so watch this space. We've also got this lovely 1997 Jaguar Escort Coupe, which I drove last year on the channel as well. It was very nice. I remember sort of driving up the A27 and trying to keep to 40 miles an hour in this, which was quite difficult because it is very fast and it's very nice. Also very nice is this TVRS 2, which I've seen a number of times actually. I think this isn't 1989, could be a 90. That is very nice. Someone's also fitted a reversing camera, which is probably a good idea. And like the one that was at Bound to the Car Auctions that I filmed the other day, we also got those Mark IV Escort rear lights, which had the Ford logo on them, and other Ford bits in there too. So we've got a Solihull built Triumph TR here. I think we can call this a TR8, or it could be a TR7 V8. It could have had a later engine fitted to it. I'm not sure. Glove box also TR7, so we'll go with TR7 V8. I don't know what colour this is. Very, very late car. They finished production in Solihull in 1981. And this is an 81, 82 plate on it, so one of the very last, I imagine. Next we've got this Morgan, which is nice. It's even better because it's dark green and we have a beige leather interior with wood, which is very nice. I do like a nice beige leather interior. It's about 2009, I think, that particular car is. It's very hard to tell with these because they just look the same when we're through, don't they? Well, we have a Chevy Camaro. I don't know what year this is. I think this came out about 2007. I can't really remember, viewers. I don't know everything, just what people tell me, but I do. So, yeah, very nice. Next thing, we've got something rather delightful. We've got this Hyundai Pony pickup from 1989 to 1990. So the Mark I Pony, of course, was launched in this country around 1982. It had gone into production in South Korea in 1975, and they decided when they were making it they were going to build all the variants, a bit like the Marina, because one of the main inspirations behind the Pony was the Marina. George Turnbull had just recently come from Austin Morris, who was heading up the Pony project, and he kind of had got a few ideas from the Marina. Although these continued way, way, way after the production of the original Pony for our market had finished. These are continued until about 1991, something like that, these pickups. Then we've got this 2008 MGTF LE500. This is one of the continuation cars with the N series engine, not K series, N series. And the owner tells me it's done ridiculously low mileage. It's rather nice. Like, this is one of the nicest TFs you'll ever see. As far as I know, the N series engine doesn't blow head gasket at all. It just doesn't. You can see the interior is slightly revised from the cars that were discontinued in 2005. Unfortunately, when they were new, there were so many used MGTFs on the market, they didn't really sell many of them, which was a bit of a shame. Next, we've got a very nice Mark II Jaguar. This is a 3.4 litre. Don't know exactly what year this is. I wonder if that white one at Barron's Classic Car, which has been there for months, will actually sell at some point. It'd be nice. But yeah, there we go. Mark II. Then we've got a car I've driven as well. In fact, two cars I drove on the channel last year. This 1968 Renault Caravelle 1100S, which is one of the last actually made. It's utterly extraordinary, this car. The brakes are not the best, and the gearbox wasn't the easiest I've ever used, but apparently I was just being an idiot, and the gearbox is easier than I think it is, but never mind. And then we got this Mark I Fiesta, which is lovely. This is a very late car. It's a 1983. Dave, who owns it, was very kindly let me have a go in it. It is, it's the last year production for the Mark I was 1983. It is absolutely lovely. You've got an electric aerial, this car. The only thing about these is the brakes are not the best. They're okay. It has got a servo, so it's better than something I've driven, but it's a remote servo, so they're a little bit kind of, get used to it, if that makes sense. But I like it anyway. I thought it was brilliant. I recently actually drove a Mark II gear, so that video will be coming on the channel soon. What is this? Presumably it's got a Suzuki Hayabusa engine in it, judging by those letters on the mudguards. A Dax Rush from 2009. Okay, I've been educated and informed, viewers. And then we've got something that I am really quite fond of. Look at this Toyota Celica Cabriolet. I think these would have finished about 99. This is a 99 plate on this. It's been the last year for these, because the Mark VI then came in, and that was the last Celica they made, which is a shame because I like Celicas very much. I drove a GT4 from 1988, I think it was, quite recently. This is a few generations on. It's a shame we don't make them anymore. Beautiful. It's actually a surprise that we've not seen an MGB yet here, but here is one. It's a 1966 Roadster with wire wheels, looking resplendent in this red colour. Yeah. And there's also a Morris Minor there as well, so we'll have a look at that later. Porsche Boxster, this is the first generation one. I wonder if this is an S model. or it's a normal sort of 2.5. This is just a 2.5 with a 5-speed gearbox. These are actually relatively affordable still, these cars. I think you could pick one of these up for maybe £4,000, something like that. Which isn't too much. Does look like fun. And then we've got the first of the 3 BMC cars. First of all, we've got this Woolsley, which is in beautiful two-tone. We'll look at the back and I'll see exactly what model this is. Is a 6110 automatic. Excellent. I always get confused between the 699s and 6110s and the 15 and 1660s. I always get confused by them. Yes, the Audi is here, viewers, and we've got the for sale sign on it because we have to get rid of it at some point. But we've got the Jeep here. It's quite a mixture actually on this row. Remarkably, this is US Air Force liveried one. It's not an Army one, which is unusual for these. Normally the ones you see at shows are all Army. But we've got Austin Cambridge next to Westminster. You can actually see, this is good, you can see the differences between them here. There's the Westminster and there's the Cambridge. The Cambridge is a much smaller car. This is a facelift one, this is an A60 Cambridge. The Westminster, I don't know if that's a facelift one or not, but I did facelift them a couple of times. So I think these facelift ones, the A60s, do look a bit better. That's just my opinion. I think they came in about 61. This is a 64. Oh, that's good, isn't it? We've got another one here. I think this is a facelift one. You can see that actually that's 4 in total we've got in sort of down this row, which is good. And then something else from this era is this Anglia, the 105E, 63 registration, local plate to the air actually OW was at the time. I wonder if it's stayed in this area its entire life. This is the deluxe model because the basic Anglia didn't have a full width grille, so they look very, very weird. Next to it is another Ford, but one that's probably more valuable these days. A Mark I Escort Mexico. My gosh, this is just going up in value as I'm walking around it. There we go. This is a 74. There we go. It's had K&H rust proofing. That's probably a good idea on an old Escort, isn't it? Look at that. I think though I prefer this 1992 Cavalier GSI 2000. It's very, very nice, viewers. We've seen this several times. The owner's very nice. I've met him. And that's the sort of thing we like very much on this channel. Beautiful. Then we've got this Midget 7172 registration on a K, round arch model, probably with the 1275cc engine in it, I imagine. I drove a 68 Midget many, many years ago. I struggled to fit in the car, so maybe that's not for me so much these days. And then the earliest car we've got here this evening, I've seen earlier Lockheath, but for this evening this is the earliest one I've seen. 1914 to 15 Ford Model T, which I have been offered to drive at some point, but I value my life, so I'm not going to drive it because I will probably die. So Cayman S, saw this earlier on. If it's really good, I've never driven one. I wouldn't be able to tell you, but looks very fast. Then a Stag, Mark I Stag actually, this one, on a K, 7122 plate. This one's an automatic. It's very straight and original, isn't it? These wheels, if you could believe it, were optional. There were more basic wheels, like the one that I drove in 2023, which is also out of a K plate. But it's very nice. Next to it is another Triumph in a K plate, a left-hand drive TR6. I wonder what I prefer. I don't know. I don't really know. There's sort of power steering, things like that in it, so it's a bit of a different experience than the TR6. There are rules when classic car events happen in this country. You must have a Morris Minor and you must have an MGB. And here is a Morris Minor. It's a 65 Tourer. I don't know if this is the original Tourer or not, I can never remember. Correct steering wheel though and things. I mean, if that's the original Tourer, it'd be very, very valuable. Oh, and we have a Beetle as well. 63 registration. Fuchs wheels from the Porsche 911. Obviously direct fit. Yeah, obviously on some kind of, if you like, lowered or air ride suspension. Right, viewers, I think that's it for this evening. Thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video, comment below, and we shall see you again very soon for some more incorrect information.